what's up guys, and welcome to a new YouTube video where I will be talking about my last video on the crypto update. Basically, I actually drew a line of where the support would be, and this was before it actually hit that support, and look what you see here. Almost to the dot, it hit the top of that support perfectly right there. And I said that either we drop below here and we're definitely going to see lower as we've seen before, where when we do break support levels we do drop much lower to something like 10k, whatever. But in this scenario it looks pretty good. It looks like we've actually kept this 21.3 area, and we're looking to range higher. The markets in general have been doing really well. You can see a lot of other just base stocks just doing really well in terms of like 1, 2, 3% up on the open. And this is a good sign. This is definitely a good sign, not only on the slow, small term time frames, but on the weekly time frame. I'm looking at this on a weekly time frame, and you can see how good that looks. My next level in terms of weekly, if we're looking at a macro perspective, could be to 30k. This is obviously very optimistic. If you're thinking of something realistic, it would be something like 28. It's around the 28 area, just based on the previous support levels that we did have our previous run up. We actually hit around the 28 area multiple times, and that looks like the next area to look at before another drawdown, probably to 24. If we are looking at a bullish scenario. So in a bullish scenario, we're looking at something like this, then retrace back to something like this, and if it does not invalidate and does stay bullish, then we have the possibility of breaking out. But of course we can definitely come back down into these zones to test this area. This is always, you can't always assume bullish scenarios in every scenario, but based on the fact that we've been consolidating quite heavily for a really long time, we've never had something so small and like drawn out in a scenario like that in a really long time. If we're looking at previous, cycles of bear markets where we've sat around the same area for a long period of time, we've not had something so low volume in a while. So it's great to see that we've actually went through that and kind of found the bottoming process. If we look into shorter time frames like the 4 hour, you can see us curling quite well, looking to almost break our previous high as the recent daily chart, right? So looking at that, it definitely can see a potential hit to 28. This is really, really important, this point right here. If we do break above this area and this zone here, then we do have a good guesstimation in terms of what will happen next, right? We have these zones here. We definitely have this one. If we break through this area, we have a high possibility of hitting this resistance zone here, right? So let's look into the fact that if we do hit this area, where would we go next, right? So in my opinion, I do think we would have a rundown or drawback down to this area here. And just based on that, I do think we are set up for something nice. If you're looking at it in terms of the perspective of how the markets have been and how bad they have been recently, I do think there is a possibility for a short-term run. So what does that mean? That means a lot of smaller tokens that you see, like cryptos in terms of like small Binance coins, small ETH launches, and things like that are going to start seeing more money being pushed into it, because you're going to have more normal investors, FOMO investors looking to get in. And that's a big part of what really is getting that whole adoption process back in and getting more people involved. So definitely something to look at. I see Bitcoin definitely hitting around the 28 ranges in the near future, just based on the fact that if this isn't a fake out, if this does not break this area, I do definitely see us going down. If this showing no strength, then it's an issue. But based on what I see, just based off of this candle, unless it's a scam wick, it looks good. So definitely check this out in terms of looking into other projects and other things like that. So that's all I basically wanted to talk about. Just a little quick market update and what I think will happen soon. So definitely check out my YouTube channel, as I will be posting on the regular more crypto coins, micro caps, and things that can do really well in the near future. So see you guys next time. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.